Ah, hello. Welcome to Feelings with the Geekiary. I'm Erin. I am here with my fellow hosts, Tara and Vaughn. We're fans. We have feelings, and this is We're webcast about them. Hello, welcome.
Yay! Hi. Well, friendly reminder that this is also a podcast, so please subscribe to us on iTunes so you don't miss any of our feelings. And if you're listening to this as a podcast, please remember that this is recorded live, so we're not exactly sure what's going to happen. Please forgive us any technical difficulties, or we're still calling it accidental swears.
Yeah, we need to.
You can join the. Hey, no, if they're accidental, then we can't be blamed for them, okay?
True.
You can join the conversation with the hashtag Geekiary feelings. So come on, tell us come on, tell us when we're wrong so that we know. That didn't work out well. Tara, your turn. Go.
We'd like to remind all of you that the views expressed on this webcast are those of the hosts as individuals and do not necessarily represent the Geekiary or the webcast itself as a whole.
Yay!
Yeah.
So prim and proper.
Don't hate the Geekiary because we're awful people. Just don't.
We're opinionated, not awful.
Oh, right. That's what we're calling it now. Good. Excellent. So, news and updates. First section of our webcast. What has been happening? What do we need to tell people about? The first is the Patreon. That's still going. So, interactive webcast. You can get an interactive webcast in addition to the monthly this webcast that we're doing right now, and it'll host a one-time, special features. Our admin Angel, I don't know, it's basically cool. Just give us money on Patreon because we're doing cool stuff for you and you like us. So
Yeah, the point is just give us money. We won't personally spend it on personal items.
No, we don't need to do that. We all the money that is donated goes to keeping the Geekiary running and making it better. And actually, real quick, that runs into we did receive our $70 donation. We actually received two very generous donations, and hopefully my friend doesn't get mad at this, but one of them was from a friend of mine named James who runs Held for Ransom, which he does book editing, article editing, all sorts of like speech writing, all sorts of really awesome stuff. So I'm pretty sure his website is it's Held for Ransom, and Ransom is RANSON. .com. It's a play on his name. So he was one of our donors. We'll keep the other one secret, I think. And so soon I will be dressing up as Black Canary and going out on the town in Greenville and videotaping it. Sans my nightstick. It's actually not a nightstick. It's a tonfa, but I'm gonna call it a nightstick for people I think know more about what that is. I won't be bringing my nightstick because I don't imagine that the bars or cops or places that I would go would be very fond of it. So anyway.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah. So anyway, Vaughn, I think the next one is all you.
hashtag Hegate, Jon Snow is dead. Just dead. I know that there have been some trailers and people talking about stuff, but they're lying and the trailers are wrong.
I mean, I'll give you this. There hasn't been any more news reports that I've seen about him basically being in areas where they're filming. I could have missed something, but I try to keep up with Game of Thrones news for obvious reasons. And I haven't seen anything in a while saying that he's been seen in, Northern Ireland or whatever. So that said, I still don't think he's dead, and we'll be back. If not soon,
I think he's dead.
Definitely.
I think the world is in denial. I think that Game of Thrones is in denial about Jon Snow's death.
I think that the worst part is, for a while they were like, yeah, he's dead, he's dead, he's dead, and then they kind of like teased us with some trailers and stuff, and then all of a sudden there's like one or two more articles that came out where they're like, oh no, he's dead. So they're just using wordplay, and I'm not having it D&D'er. So,
Yeah.
Erin, do you have anything to say about
Fair
Harrogate?
enough.
I mean, he's likely dead, but he's coming back. I mean, isn't that the whole point?
Yeah.
He's dead. He's coming back.
Let's not wordplay this too much.
Yeah. Clearly, that's what
dead.
Vaughn is talking about. I mean,
Sure.
when she says he's dead, that's what she means. He's
I mean,
dead.
he's not coming back.
No, well.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Do not ever listen to me.
Okay.
Please, I hate to have anyone quoting me
anything
else
else
for something.
Anything else about Harrogate?
No. We'll find out soon enough, I guess.
Yeah, 3 weeks, three and a half weeks. So, did you want to just talk about C2E2 for a minute, Erin?
Sure.
I
Yes.
kind of added it to our list of like news because we did just get back from that like a week and a half ago. We've got several articles up about it. Cosplay article, Erin's article about how it's her C2E2 is her favorite convention. An interview with the marketing director for Diamond Select Toys talking about a bunch of new stuff that's coming out that they haven't announced officially yet, that they talked about at the convention. And also Erin did speed dating and wrote an article about it that was very, very good. So.
Oh, thanks. Yes.
I like it.
dating.
Tell us more about the speed dating, okay? Because this is really interesting.
Well, okay, so yes, I participated in the speed dating. It's actually a Nerd Night speed dating. Nerd Night does like all sorts of events all throughout the country, and this was a speed dating thing that they sponsored along with C2E2. Apparently this is like big at conventions now, and I thought it was going to be pretty cool to try out, and so I went to it, and it was pretty cool, actually. It took about an hour and a half. We had 15 3-minute dates, and it was pretty fun. All the guys were pretty cool, and surprisingly normal. And clean.
Clean?
And
What?
some of them-
Clean
and
men
some of them-
never.
Yeah.
And some of them some of them were in cosplay. Like one guy was dressed up like a zombie, and he had like makeup all over his face, so I couldn't really tell what he looked like. But
Don't really make out with him because then everyone would know.
Yeah.
There was no
happens
making out, by the way. No.
That happens there's like a zombie ball at Dragon Con every year, and like you always see people stumbling around afterwards in like other costumes or normal clothes with their like faces covered in blood from like making out with some person. It's happened to me at least twice like that I've seen people doing that. I personally have not done it. So
No,
Yeah,
making out with
it was a
someone
lot
with
of fun, though.
makeup on.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun though. Like, I have a hard time meeting like strangers because I don't like strangers. We're supposed to not like them from the time we're young. Supposed to like run away, and I still do that. So like I had to meet all these strangers, and it was actually, we didn't even talk about like normal date stuff like what do you do for your job or like anything. It was all talking about like geek stuff. It was fun. So I recommend it
Well,
to anyone who might be.
that's what dates should be, I think.
well,
Anyway.
at least at a convention. Like I don't like regular speed dating would be the usual questions, but yeah, there's several conventions that do speed dating. I'm not sure if Dragon Con does. I know MegaCon used to. Not sure if they're going to do it this year, but like, so it happens at a lot of conventions. I think they had it at Canuga even last month. So
Now most of the people were sober. One dude brought beer, and I was like, yes. But
That would
dude,
be me.
you're in.
Like if I ever like could actually do speed dating, I'm not sure I could. Not because I have anything against it. I just I'm kind of the opposite. I don't have problems making conversation with people, and I feel like I would just be like blah 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 and be like the weird one that doesn't shut up. But yeah, I would absolutely have a drink in my hand.
Oh, you have a drink in your hand now.
Yes, I do.
Shut up! It's only 11 o'clock. It's getting earlier because of daylight savings ending. So it's no longer acceptable for me to kind of drink with you guys. I guess.
But anyway, long story short about C2E2, it's my favorite con. It was a lot of fun. I had a great time with Tara, and we had some really fun times. So
yeah, we even did other stuff too. We got there a day early, and we went to the Art Institute of Chicago, and it was awesome. Like that was kind of one of the highlights of my trip, and it wasn't even the convention, but
Yes,
I should have.
That was amazing.
Hold up! Wait a minute.
Hold up! Wait.
Oh, I know what this is.
How long do you think I can sit here with Vincent Van Gogh on my finger?
That's adorable.
Erin bought me this Vincent Van Gogh finger puppet. I'm trying to get it like centered so you can see his little like kind of upset face. And I had a blast with it. I took a ton of pictures with it the first day we were in Chicago, but then like at the convention it kind of got buried in my convention bag, so he didn't come out much. But maybe he'll pop up from time to time in this webcast. And I can't believe I still had him in my purse, the same purse that I've been using like since the last day of C2, which is right in front of me.
I too received purchased a small Vincent Van Gogh. However, I do not have him with me at the moment. He is hanging out at my work. So
he's like one of those little string dolls, and he's adorable, and he has a bell. So like Erin put him on her purse, and for the entire day it was like ding-a-ling-a-ling. You always knew where Erin was. Great.
And he was holding sunflowers, which is the best part.
All right, guys. So, moving on to the main discussion of this webcast from like your super fun times that I was not involved in, which is making me feel bad.
I'm sorry. We love you. Next time.
Next time, I'm just gonna like find a job where I have more money so I can fly to America a lot.
Yeah.
Or you could just like move here, just relocate.
No, I like Australia. We're nice. It's sunny.
I don't think any Australian really wants to move to America, especially right now. Give it a year and see who our new president is.
Yeah, we'll see what happens there.
Fair point.
All right, guys. So discussion.
You guys both saw Batman vs Superman. I did not, but I edited Freed's article, and I don't give a crap about spoilers because I'm not going to see it. However, real quick, I did want to show you this. This came in the loot pets for this month. It's a Batman vs Superman stuffed Batman Chewy toy, and my dog has destroyed its elbow, ripped off one of its arms, and it has holes all in its face. This thing is like go Loot Crate. This thing is extremely well made because my dog normally tears this stuff up in like an hour, but that's about how I feel about Batman vs Superman, and I know I haven't seen it, but I just don't care. I don't care if Batman is armless and has a messed up elbow and holes in his face because I don't care at all. Now, you guys can talk about seeing the movie.
Right, okay.
And I'll keep
My
quiet.
feelings are similar to yours, and I have seen it, so I'll let Erin go first.
Okay, well, yes, I saw it, and I went with someone who was very, very excited to see it. So, but there were literally times during the movie where I was looking at the screen and I had this look on my face. What's happening?
If you guys are listening to this as a podcast, she's doing this kind of I'm trying to think of the emoji that goes with it, but like maybe just like confused, concerned face,
and also kind of a side eye emoji, like you know.
Yeah, basically, it was weird. It was just a weird movie. I mean, I know, Vaughn, probably what you will say, you will echo this. Wonder Woman was the best part. The Justice League stuff was kind of cool. Like, there was there were literally times in the movie where I was looking at the screen and I'm like, I have no idea what's going on right now. Like, what is happening?
For me, it was just I don't care what's happening.
Mm,
like
yeah.
like I knew it was going to be bad, right? When the movie opened and we have to sit through the fucking Waynes dying. Oh shit, swearing. God. Okay, through the Waynes dying again. And it's just like, how many times have we seen that? That is literally part of our general cultural lexicon. That's not a fan thing. That's just like literally everyone knows that the Waynes got shot by a robber, and that's how Batman became Batman. You do not need to show that again. There's no point to it. It doesn't add anything to the movie, and it's just stupid. From there on, it just got worse because you just like it's so. What the worst thing about this movie is that it's just so tone deaf to anything, because it's basically. I remember when it was announced and people started talking about it, and it was after Man of Steel, and people basically said this movie is going to be bad because of these reasons. It literally went on and made a movie that is exactly what everyone said was going to be bad about it. It's like he didn't go, oh, do you know what? People think that this is going to happen. Maybe I should like flip the switch and like try to do something a little bit different. No, he went, do you know what? That looks like a really good movie, that list of bad things. I'm going to make that movie.
Yeah.
I don't understand. Like, a lot of people had to like sign off on this movie for it to be out there, and all these people watched it and thought, you know what? It's a really good idea if Batman and Superman like fight each other for reasons that are stupid, and then they end up like joining forces with Wonder Woman to fight like a giant orc. Like,
That was weird. And
what?
also, it was way, way, way too serious. Like, the thing I like about the Marvel films is that there is humor infused
Yeah.
in it. But, like, this film had no humor. Like, none. Zero.
Well,
Nothing.
and I think that's kind of what they've been going for, though. Like with DC, I mean, look at the 3 Batman movies with Christian Bale. There was very little humorous about them that I can remember. And also that the Superman movie, the first one, whatever it was even called, the first most recent one, yeah, Man of Steel, yeah, like so boring, so serious, so boring, and like I mean, even the TV shows, not the Flash so much, obviously, but like Arrow is mostly very serious. It has its moments, but it's mostly a very like serious, dark show. Um, so it's clear that they're trying to take a separate direction, but it's not been
I
working
don't
for them.
I don't think the seriousness doesn't bother me so much. Like the like some of the questions they were asking in this movie, like is Superman genuinely terrifying? Because he is. Like, he's this creature that could literally kill us all if he
Mhm.
decided to turn, like, and there's no reason. And the idea that he is an alien and treating him like an alien, that's all really interesting. It's just done really poorly in this
Well, yeah,
movie
I
because
mean,
yeah.
with Arrow, that's what drew me to the TV show, is that it was dark and serious. So like it is something to like about it when it's done properly. But like Arrow season 3 was horrible, and I
Yeah.
didn't like Man of Steel, and I haven't heard. I've not cared a bit about Batman versus Superman. And by the way, neither did Vincent Van Gogh when we saw all the posters in Chicago.
Not a
And
fan.
not a fan. And so I've heard like mediocre to bad things about it. The only I have heard that Ben Affleck was good in the
Yeah,
role,
he
He
was good. He could
actually
be a
was,
good
yeah.
Batman. Yeah.
and I hear Wonder Woman was great. Is that the case?
Yeah, she was good. She was in, I think, about 12 minutes of this 2.5 hour,
Mm.
like, endurance test. But yeah, the parts that she were in, she seemed to be in a completely different movie, though. The parts that she were in, it was kind of like a caper movie that she had a bit going with uh, Ben Affleck's Batman, and then she just kind of turns up at the end. And there was like a picture from the Wonder Woman movie. Yeah, but her movie seemed to be a very different movie to Batman versus Superman. If that makes any sense. Like, she seemed
Yeah.
to be in a different movie.
Like those 12 minutes or whatever where she existed just like maybe didn't belong.
Yeah. I mean, she turns up at the end and fights with them, and then at the end it kind of seems like she could probably take down this guy quite easily, but then she doesn't. So it's a bit.
Well, who
Just a
took
bit
him
weird.
down? Who took him down?
Just spoilers, okay? Spoilers, you're getting spoilers. Superman does.
Spoilers.
With a like kryptonite spear. Even though he has two people there that aren't going to be killed by kryptonite, he's the one that does it and ends up dead, and I literally do not care. I mean, he's going to rise from the grave, like, because he's like in this movie. It's like it's the most literal metaphor of Jesus ever.
First of all, none of that makes sense.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. There's nothing about this movie makes sense.
Three people there, and the only one who can't be around kryptonite uses kryptonite. What? What?
It's very stupid.
You're like, Are you joking? Like, tell me you're joking.
No.
Right?
And
I'm never
Lois Lane spends like most of her time in this movie kidnapped by various
people. And also, like, do you really believe that Wonder Woman could have taken him down like of her own accord? Because honestly, that would have been awesome. That would have been awesome.
I reckon she seemed to be winning the fight, and then suddenly she was just tossed aside, and it's like, where did she go? What happened there? She seemed to be winning, and there was no reason given for why she wasn't winning.
Because she's a woman, and this movie is Batman versus Superman. We can't have Wonder Woman winning the fight.
I just I'm at the point where I just don't care about these dude superheroes anymore. And like, I love superheroes. This is like my last vestige of like watching male-dominated movies because I love them.
You don't care about Cap?
I do. I still care about Cap, but that is like Marvel is actually running low on goodwill from me at the moment. Like, depending on how well Civil War goes, we could be having a problem.
You do know that they aren't releasing it until July now.
No.
That's what I heard today.
Really? No, it's still coming out in April.
I'm looking this.
I'm gonna Google. You guys keep
please. I feel like my phone would have exploded if that was a thing.
Yeah, like, but like I saw like an article when I was looking for news, but I could be wrong.
All right, so speaking of white dudes fighting each other for stupid reasons, Daredevil.
Please no spoilers, because like I just started watching the first season. I'm like 4 episodes in, but I have heard. I mean, I know the Punisher's in season 2. I know like minor things. I just don't want to know like who lives and who dies and all that stuff.
Oh yeah, I won't talk about that.
Yeah.
It says Friday, May 6th for Civil War.
Yeah, I saw that too, but like I said, I was looking for news and I saw like an article. It must have been one of those stupid joke articles.
Joke for Vaughn.
It is already April Fool's here, so I'm actually not reading anything on the internet for the next 48 hours. So.
Well, I promise you that had nothing to do with April Fool's. I do not participate.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yay. Okay, so Daredevil. Mostly spoiler-free review from Erin.
Okay, Daredevil season 2. I watched it all this past weekend. It was very good. I like Daredevil. I loved the Punisher storyline. I thought it was amazing. Elektra.
How was Shane?
What?
How was Shane? John Bernthal.
Yeah, he plays the Punisher.
Right.
And he was actually pretty good. He doesn't really say much. It's a lot of action, obviously. If you watch Daredevil, you know. That's pretty much all it is. But yeah, he was really good. The Elektra character, they make her very complex. Sometimes you like her, sometimes you hate her, which, I mean, she's just a good foil, I think, for Daredevil. And so, but yeah, overall, I thought it was good. But there are some issues that I have with it that maybe talk about when everybody is all cut up, because, yeah.
Well, I mean, to be honest, like I've heard from women, I've mostly heard and seen things saying it, you know, that season 2 was good, but not as good as season 1, and then it's like you said, it's like just two men fighting each other, or whatever, or two men fighting, whatever, or something along those lines was said, and but then from the couple guys who've talked to me about it, they like loved it and thought it was better than season 1.
I think
so.
My tolerance, like I said, my tolerance for white dudes doing stuff is just getting less and less as I progress. And like I thought, I'm only halfway through Daredevil because I'm enjoying it, but I'm not super loving it, so I'm not like hyped to get in and watch it. But after Jessica Jones, I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
you know. Jessica Jones is so amazing, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then I'm like, well, I want more of this. And then it's Daredevil, and it's like, oh, he's just really sad all the time, and there's this other dude, and he's really sad all the time, and they're fighting each other because they have like vaguely different moral compasses, and
see, and I don't really like Daredevil. For me, obviously, he's like the main character, but I'm just kind of on him. I like more of the supporting characters. Like the first episode when Foggy turned back up, I was like, yes, I missed you. Like, yeah. I just, you know, and like the Punisher storyline was really, really cool. And so I like more of the tertiary characters. I think they're what really make it special, at least. I'm kind of on the same boat as you. I think women like more of that intellectual relationship and complexity, which is, I think, why we like Jessica Jones more, whereas guys are just like, explosions, you know. I hate to be, like, generalizing like that, but...
I like Daredevil so far. Again, I'm like not even halfway through the first season. I do really like it, but like when I watched Jessica Jones, I finished it in 2 days.
Yeah, same. I was just like, I have to watch this.
And the only other shows I've done that with, I mean, maybe not quite that. No, iZombie I did that with, and then Sense8 and the 100 were also very short periods of time. Sense8 was like a weekend or long weekend, and of course the 100 I had 2 seasons, so that was a little bit longer. But like, I mean, Jessica Jones, I like didn't want to sleep. I wanted to watch it so bad, and Daredevil is kind of like, oh, I'm not doing anything else. I'll watch some more Daredevil. It's really good, but I don't have that drive need to finish it immediately.
Yeah. All right, so moving on to other TV that is coming back. So we've got a few things to talk about here. First is iZombie. Erin?
Yeah. Tara, you wanted to talk about this.
Well, I mean, like, I haven't read your whole review, but I saw the blurb when it got posted earlier. I haven't been home a lot the past couple days, but you enjoyed the episode, right?
Yeah.
Right, that's what I thought I saw, and or what I thought I remembered you saying, and like I did too. This season has kind of been, or second half of the season, it's had a couple bleh episodes, but like it's really seems to be picking up the past couple, and like this one was just whoa, like everywhere I turned. Like, what is Greta's real name or whatever? What is that?
It's Rita, and then
Rita.
She's with Liv. She's Gilda. So I could see the.
Oh my God, that's where I got Greta from. Rita Gilda.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah. So
spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for iZombie.
Basically, in my review for this week's episode, I talked a lot about the relationships of all of our characters and the storylines converging, because I agree with you. I think that The stories have really started to come together and pile on, and it's the whole thing with Blaine. I actually did not see that coming. Like that was
No, I didn't
usually,
either. And I usually see
yeah,
most things coming, yeah.
Well,
right,
and like,
yeah,
didn't he was given the cure not that long before Major, right?
right.
No, yeah.
Like, so why is Blaine going downhill so fast and Major still, again, spoiler alert, up until last night or 2 nights ago, whatever, he hadn't, like, nothing had happened to him that made it seem like he was turning back into a zombie. But yet Blaine was like, so, it was like already so far gone before Major was even like, my taste is changing. I don't, it was
Well,
weird.
the time frame is a little off, but I don't think it's that off.
Okay.
Blaine had been talking in the episode before he got killed.
Killed,
Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah, he had been complaining about like the taste being off on stuff. He thought the wine tasted funny, and like he's starting to act a little funny. And then I think that probably what accelerated that was him actually getting his throat slit, and that kind of pushed him over the edge.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. And honestly,
so
actually,
really, this is probably only like maybe 3 or 4 days actual difference. Maybe
yeah,
that's kind of the time frame I'm looking at.
okay.
But I mean, who really knows? It's a TV show.
Yeah. I guess like I'm hoping that, well, I mean, the end of this week's episode, Major was going full on zombie. So like if they keep to a similar like fast decline for him, then I'll be okay with it. But I kind of am like, I want to see where they go with this because I'm a little bit annoyed at show timelines right now and how like vague and sometimes just outright nonsensical they can be.
That is annoying.
Like, but it's like
Yeah.
I swear, like this started annoying me only after Walking Dead was already like really annoying me because it's happened like several times this season with them where you don't know how much effing time has passed, but it's definitely been more than just a day or two. So I just, yeah. But yeah, no. So Ravi was like, whoa, awesome in this episode.
Yeah.
Ravi is always awesome, by the way.
Ravi is the
Oh,
So
best character. Yeah.
absolutely.
I'm a big Ravi fan girl, so I love him.
He's
But
great. He's just a killer character.
mm,
I love him because he reacts the way that like fans would react to shit. I
yeah,
mean stuff.
He's a very, very realistic character.
You know, he's super hyped about there being zombies, and which is like, I mean, I'd be terrified by it, and at the same time be super hyped.
I mean, he
If there were
also
zombies.
wants, he also wants to save his friend, and he
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah,
there's a little part of him that wants like a big break, to do
yeah,
something, even if nobody knows about it, to do something really important.
yeah. You know, do
Mhm.
something like, significant, something cool, and that's nice. You know, he's just a nice character. Very easy to
Hmm.
like. I mean, I'm sure that his uh, morals are going to be tested
Yeah.
coming up, but
Yeah.
you
I
know,
mean,
I'm
I
excited to
love,
see that as well.
I love how like the first thing he said after like explaining to Major, that he'd figured out the notebook and all that stuff, like the first thing he said was like, "Is this how you think of Liv?"
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like he talked to Major for a minute before he said that, but it was like clear that that was like
that
tops
was
in
his
his
first
brain.
thought.
Is this
Yeah,
is this how you think about this woman that is a friend, a good friend of mine, like because they're friends, no matter how
Hmm.
much they, you know, whatever snipe at each other, like they're friends, they're good friends, and he cares about her, and he thought Major cared about her, and now he's seeing like what the hell's going on, like I loved this episode. It was much needed.
Yeah,
yeah,
it
it
was
was
really
good.
good.
Good. Everyone watch iZombie. Just that's the
Yeah.
moral of this story.
Oh, it's
All right,
Plus,
so
so
good,
we're gonna.
guys.
live as a stripper, live on stripper brain was hilarious. Like,
So good. All right.
sorry, exotic dancer.
So the The Walking Dead, which I
Yeah.
don't
Go
watch,
from
so
zombies to zombies.
stuff is happening.
Okay.
Just sensing a
Oh
theme
yeah.
with zombies.
Well, I am not encouraging anybody to go looking for it, but, and it may not even still be available, but somebody leaked the last like 11 minutes of audio of Sunday's episode. And it's been all over my Facebook today, people complaining about it because they don't want to be spoiled and all that stuff. But like, listen, guys, I said this in my review from Sunday's episode. The freaking episode is called Last Day on Earth. They're introducing Negan, who, like, you'd have to be living in a black hole if you don't know anything about this character. Even if you've never read the comics, if you haven't been spoiled for things that happen with Negan, wow, I have no idea how that happened, and congratulations. But like, I won't.
Yeah,
I'm not
really.
gonna. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. But if you haven't been spoiled, hats off.
Congratulations.
Seriously,
You're an
yeah.
elite crew.
Like, so uh, this Sunday's episode is 90 minutes, and we know that Negan is appearing, and the episode is called Last Day on Earth. Somebody's going to die. There's all these rumors about who it's going to be. It could be one of several characters. It could be where some character or characters die earlier in the episode, and then at the end we don't actually see the final, a final death, that it just fades to black and we have to wait 7 months. Really hope they don't do that, because to be honest, like, they're not known for that. And I feel like it would be such a huge departure from the way they end their seasons that, I mean, think about it. Season one, they've escaped from the CDC, and it's all like cliffhangers, but not like these really just. It's just like I feel like it's a smack in viewers' faces to end a season like this, and to introduce this character that everybody's been waiting for and have it fade to black and not know for 7 months like what happens, what really happens in the end. Like, but yeah, season
Well,
one, they're walking away from the CDC. Season two, they escape from the farm. Season three, they win against the governor and bring people in from Woodbury, and it ends with everybody moving into the prison. Season four was I don't remember. What was season four? Oh,
was
season
that
four was
Terminus?
Terminus. Terminus. That was like the biggest cliffhanger they've had, where they left them all in the train car, not knowing, what would happen next, really. But these people are clearly bad. And then, but the thing is, like, at that time, even though obviously it's you kind of be, you have to kind of know what's going on at Terminus, what they're doing, what they're eating at the end of season four when they're in that trailer, but also these people,
What they're eating.
yeah. Well, seriously, but also they end that season stuck in that trailer, but they're all there. Like, all
Right,
the
and you
people
see that they're all there.
Exactly.
That's like a reveal before the cliffhanger.
Yeah, and last season, again, cliffhanger, but it was just, Reg died, Rick killed Porch Dick, and Morgan showed up. Like, but they're still in Alexandria, and the walls are safe and everything. Like, I'm not going to be happy if they fade to black and we have to wait 7 months to find out which character, dies, or which character lives, or what's going to happen with this group at Negan's compound. Like, they're just not known for that, and I feel like it's a bad trail to take.
I get what you're saying, but I don't agree. I think they will do a frustrating fade out, not necessarily fade out, but they will do a frustrating cliffhanger. I think they tested it almost this season with the dumpster, and the frustrating cliffhangers and weird character deaths seem to be what's popular right now on other shows. So I wouldn't be shocked. I wouldn't be surprised.
Well, well, that's the thing. I don't disagree with you. It's like, I'm not saying I would be shocked or surprised if they did like a huge cliffhanger. I just I'm can't imagine that I'm going to be okay with it. I think it's lazy.
Right. No, I agree. Yeah, I'm with you.
But yeah, I mean, like, and like you said, like the character deaths this season and everything. We were together, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, and saw Denise get comic Abraham's death. By the way, so they gave Abraham's comic death to a lesbian who is in a good relationship with another character who we care about, who the last thing we know is that Tara told Denise she loved her, and Denise didn't respond, and they thought they'd see each other again. Tara, by the way, we're watching all of Daryl's man pain over Denise's death these past 2 episodes. Meanwhile, Tara, off God knows where, and still doesn't even know. Like, stop. Just, like, this is the second time they've done this to Tara. Put her in a relationship where she starts to care about somebody and kill that person off. Now, first time a little bit more excusable.
She's a lesbian.
Exactly. I mean, the first time was a little bit more excusable because the whole thing with the governor was just one giant mess, and like all those people except for Tara died. So it wasn't like they just chose her. But now this time, we've got a group of saviors rolling up on you know, with Eugene and Abraham's there in the background, and Denise and Rosita and Daryl are there, and Denise is the only one that gets killed.
I mean, it could not be more clear. And you hit it on the head. Like, it's because she's a lesbian. Like, period.
And again, like, I don't know what's worse. Like, if they had done it to further Tara's character, which in a way I think they are, because eventually she'll find out and she'll have this thing hanging over her where she told this woman she loved her and never heard it back. You know, but right now we have no idea, you know, where Tara is, what she's doing, or I mean, I don't remember, honestly. She's not around. She's out on a run, I think. I don't even remember with who. But, like, she doesn't know that her girlfriend is dead. And in a moment where she had triumphantly killed a zombie and picked up a soda to bring back to Tara, you know, she doesn't know that her girlfriend's dead. But Daryl is super upset about it, guys. Don't forget Daryl. Please focus on how upset Daryl is over Denise's death. Seriously.
I think Daryl's gonna die.
You have to show that. If you kill a woman, you have to show that dudes are upset about it. That's like the law.
And I mean, the thing is, it's like, and I know Daryl's a bigger character than Rosita, but Rosita was there too, and Denise was just talking about how awesome they both were, and like we've seen almost nothing about Rosita dealing with Denise's death. It's all Daryl.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Daryl. I don't like this situation.
I like Daryl too, but I don't think they know what to do with him anymore. They're just keeping him around because he's a fan favorite. Like, just stop. He's gonna die.
Careful, you'll have those Daryl dies we riot people after you just for saying
Daryl dies.
I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, you can kill any white dudes you want. Just kill them, all of them. In fact, if we kill them all off, then
I mean,
like, everybody else will just have to rot.
To be fair, I guess there are 3 black men on The Walking Dead right now, and I think it's the longest runtime or like most number of episodes they've ever had. Like, even 2 black male characters. Like, they usually kill them off within, I think the average that I figured out was like 5 to 6 episodes, and there's almost never more than 2 for that many episodes. There may be 3 for like 2 episodes or 3 episodes, but there's almost never more than 2 for that long. But we've had Gabriel Morgan and Heath for a while now.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Now, obviously, I'm gonna like knock on some wood here because now that I've said that, and with other rumors that are going around about who may die.
Oh yeah, Morgan's totally gonna die. It's gonna be Morgan and Daryl. Called it.
Carol too. Carol's a big question. Carol's a big question mark too, whether or not she's gonna live. She's falling
They're
apart.
all gonna
They should just
die.
kill everybody and end the show. Do it.
Agreed.
Kill everybody.
Agreed.
All I ever hear is people complaining about this show, right? I'm just like, does anyone actually enjoy it anymore?
Really?
Is it just like...
Because like 90% of my friends that like Walking Dead are kind of like a lot of my friends that love Game of Thrones, and that they think that the shows can't do any wrong. Like, listen, a show can be shitty in a lot of ways, but still be like
still
good
entertaining.
entertainment. Yeah. But so many people out there literally believe that like these shows can't do anything wrong, and like you say something negative about it and they're like, no. Like they're protecting like their child, you know? Like, no. How dare you?
I understand that to a certain extent. Like, I mean, when I was when I was a young fangirl, I was quite like that with the things that I loved, you know. I was like, you know, you can't complain about it because I really like this thing, you know, and I'd refuse to say anything bad about it because it was like, no, but that doesn't matter because it does these good things. And it's like, no, like doing good stuff doesn't negate bad things. And something can be good and bad. And, you know, it's sort of like, it's something that every, especially like women or anyone really that's a minority, has to kind of grapple with contemporary pop culture, is that like we learn to recognize that it's shitting on us, but we still want to enjoy it. So you have to kind of, you know, find that balance where you're like, look.
Yeah, and I think like sometimes you have to draw a line too. Like, when am I going to stop watching this? Like, I complain a lot about The Walking Dead, but I'm still entertained by it, so I'm still watching it. I wouldn't, for God's sake, I wouldn't review it if I wasn't still enjoying it in a lot of ways. Like, gotta say, good chance I'd stop watching it if they killed off Rashone. And by Rashone, I mean if the relationship between Rick and Michonne does not continue forever and ever and ever and ever and ever, then I probably will stop watching the show.
Fair enough. That seems fair. You gotta have a line, man. I used to just like keep watching things and then hate them and end up hate watching them. And I think, you know, I think there's a level of hate watching that's fun. But there's a point where you're just gonna go, you're not enjoying this anymore. You're just trying to be right.
I got that way with Arrow, to be honest.
Yeah, you know, and you're like, I've got to stop because this is not fun for me. This is not fun for anybody else. It's just.
Well, and to bring us like into our next TV show that we were going to talk about, to bring up Denise again, like Erin and I were both seriously like upset about that episode. I mean, we sat there and we were like, what the hell? Like, we were both not happy, and like. For many reasons, including the ones I have already stated, you know, about the whole Daryl thing, blah blah blah. But you know, it's right now with Walking Dead, it's like, so I'm still there with it. I wanna see what happens a little bit longer, despite the fact that it upsets me sometimes. On the other hand, we've got. And again, a lot of the fans of Walking Dead either just don't see it doing any wrong, or they're still sticking with it because they still see things they enjoy in it. But like, as much as fans complain about The Walking Dead, in my experience, a lot of them don't. On the other hand, like the 100, when they killed off Lexa, it was like the internet exploded.
Well, I mean, I think you have to put it in context, though, because the 100 did actively court queer audiences, particularly queer female audiences, saying, look at how well we're doing this. Like, they pushed it a lot, like, really heavily, to the extent where they actually alienated a lot of other audience members. not people that are like, but like they refuse to talk, like they like there's always been like issues of like depiction of race and the killing of people of color in that show, and they're like, yeah, but look at how well we're doing this like lesbian couple, or I say lesbian, I know that Clark is bisexual, okay, I'm saying lesbian in that they're both same-sex women in a relationship, and they kind of push that as their like uh quite, I guess, like criteria or something. I'm trying to think of the word. Their credentials for being a progressive show. And then they went and killed a lesbian character for a like in a really horrific way. In that they just got together and just had sex. So it essentially kind of reads as you're punishing this woman for having sex with another woman.
Well, and additionally, didn't Clark I'm sorry, didn't Lexa jump in front of Clark?
Yeah.
So wasn't it also like a sacrificial thing?
It wasn't particularly well done, and it would have been bad anyway because as has come out in response to Lex's death, there is the majority of lesbian and bisexual women on television die in really horrible ways. There's that Audio Straddle article that has the list that started at like 27 dead lesbian and bisexual characters, and it only lists like characters that are regular or series regular or like at least recurring characters, and it is now up to 148.
In how long of a period of
in
time?
response, they did like for all time, but they did another one, like it was like, and then there's like 24 lesbians and bisexual women that got happy endings.
Jeez.
So
when I said for how long, like when did he? Do you know when he started the list versus when it got to be as high as it is?
It was like pretty soon after Lex's death. I can't remember when it was first posted. I've just been watching it go up. I've just looked at it now. It's 148. I remember like when I first saw it, it was like 72. But I've seen like screen caps of the first one that said like 30, 28 or 30-ish.
I think I saw like one reference to that article somewhere, but I hadn't like or list or whatever, but I hadn't looked at it yet.
Yeah, it's pretty like you go through it and you're like, shh, that's traumatic stuff that is shaped my childhood a lot. A lot of lesbians and bisexual women die a lot of the time, and it's not like with the people that were courted for the 100, the queer women that were like brought in as an audience that were pushing the show and kind of talking out about the show and saying how great it was. It's not like, as somebody pointed out, it's not like they can just like switch off when Lexa dies and go find another show about a lesbian character to watch. There's not very many out there.
Yeah.
Even Orphan Black. I mean, there's a good lesbian relationship on Orphan Black, and then they killed Delphine.
Yeah.
What?
She got shot accidentally too, in the exact same way.
Yeah.
And
basically, if you're an actress, just don't point out exactly the thing that happened. Die.
Yeah, you're gonna die.
Well, and the 100's been on a 2-week hiatus, but like they'd already had one episode after Alexa's death, and they come back this week, so it's like, I don't know how I feel.
I know a lot of people that have stopped watching. I don't know if I'll watch. I mean, I'm not watching it like as it airs or every week anyway. Because I've got a bit bored with it this season, but and now I'm kind of pissed off at it based on what happened, but I don't know. We'll see. I mean, to be fair, I stopped watching Arrow because they killed off Sarah, so
really?
Killing off a lesbian or a bisexual character is pretty much my limit, right?
Yeah, I kept watching through like season 3 last year, but I never felt it. I watched the first episode of season 2 and
Yeah.
was kind of like, eh. All right.
Yeah.
Well, anything else?
No, let's go on to upcoming events.
Okay.
We're running out of time, so
All right.
you guys,
We don't have to talk about
what's
all
coming
of
up?
it either. I mean, this month, or no, sorry, it's not April yet. It's still the 31st. April, in like 3 weeks, Ice and Fire Con.
It's the first year.
There's no, it's our 4th year. But yeah, like 3 weeks, and the tickets are only available through April 15th, and the number of like rooms we have available on the property has like dropped drastically in the past week. We had actually several bookings of people who'd had tickets and were just holding out booking their rooms for some reason. So like if you're interested in a Game of Thrones Song of Ice and Fire convention, it's April 22nd through the 24th in Pembroke, Virginia, at a place called Mountain Lake Lodge. And our website is iceandfirecon.com, so you can get more info and stuff on there. Tickets are $60 each, and that's like entrance to all the events throughout the weekend. There's a beer tasting we had that's like an additional small cost, but other than that, you know, you once you buy your $60 ticket and book your room, you're in. So anyway, we can skip this next part anyway, because like, and go to San Diego Comic-Con, I think.
Okay, well, San Diego Comic-Con. Woo! It's coming up very quickly, actually. It is July 21st through 24th. I will be attending along with our admin Angel and our co-admin and editor Jamie. And it's going to be really fun. And actually Tuesday is the hotel sale, so good luck.
I'm so glad I'm not involved in that this year.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, so coming up, anything else?
Oh yeah, WishCon, of course, November 18th through 20th in Columbus, Ohio. I'll be attending. It is the inaugural event honoring women in sci-fi and horror, and they are still adding pretty amazing guests all the time. So get your tickets.
Cool. I am hyped about that. I mean, I'm not going, but I would love to. My thing is that Captain America Civil War is coming out on April 28th for me and May 6th for you guys, so I get to see it a full week before you.
That's insane. Isn't it usually just like a day or two?
Yeah, usually, but with the Marvel ones, it has tended to be like a week.
Huh.
Because it comes out when they do the premiere in the countries, and then I don't know why that happens, but
Yeah, that's quite a bit of time.
yeah. And I have also discovered that there is a 1-day kind of con in my like coastal suburban area called Central Coast Comic Con on May 7th, and I'm going to go to that, which will be interesting and fun.
Oh yeah, actually, I'll be randomly. There's a little local convention happening here in Greenville this weekend. It's called South Carolina Comic-Con. It's at the TD Convention Center. I doubt anyone from Greenville is going to see this, but I don't know, if you're close to Greenville, like if you're within a couple hours. I went last year. They have a really good like dealer floor and everything. Not much in the way of panels, but like Erin Douglas, Chief from Battlestar, is going to be there, which I just found out this week, which is kind of awesome. And I'm actually sharing a booth there with an author friend of mine. So it's booth number 634. Maybe I'll bring Vincent.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's a little like 2-day convention. I'll be there for a good part of the day Saturday and maybe a couple hours on Sunday.
Oh, you guys, I totally forgot about 2 conventions too that I'm going to back to back in May. Yeah, so May 13th through the 15th, I think, is Wizard World Des Moines. That's right. My hometown has a Wizard World. It's actually Chloe Bennett is going to be there, which is kind of amazing. She's like my celebrity crush right now. I love her. I love her so much. And then she's dating Austin Nichols, and he's also going to be there. So, so some pretty good guests there. And then the weekend after that, I believe May 20th through the 22nd is Planet Comic-Con in Kansas City. I've never been to this convention. I am going. They have a very, very impressive guest list.
Yeah?
So I am excited about that. Yes. Like
Sweet,
Jenna
sweet.
Coleman and Eve Miles, Arthur Darvo, like a bunch of people. So it's going to be cool.
Nice. All right, so March recommendations. We're wrecking stuff for people. I'm going to say that Zayn's album came out this month on March 25th, which was a 1-year anniversary of the day he left One Direction. By the way,
I didn't even know
that day is
So did you just
no, it's
completely
100% true.
give up your? Did you just completely give up your One Direction like blackout?
Oh, I totally did. By the way, I gave up.
After like a couple days, probably.
No, I made it like 2 months, and then I was like, do you know what? I really like One Direction.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, 1 month. And by the way, if you guys can like actually see the time capsule of the day that Zayn left, because our webcast was on that day. So go back and check the March feelings for last year. It was
just
top-notch.
you and me, Vaughn. It was just you and me. And that's like all we talked about.
Oh yeah, that was the one where I had poisoning.
Oh yeah. Tara would probably like have
I forgot about
taken
that.
us. Yeah.
It's probably good I wasn't there, because now you can say go view our like awesome One Direction webcast. From
Yeah.
a year ago.
History was happening in the moment.
Meanwhile, I had my head on the floor of a bathroom.
Oh no, that's so sad. I feel bad. I mean, I was really sad as well on account of Zayn had left, so we were just both having a bad day.
Yeah, seriously bad.
Yeah, Unreal Season 2 is coming, so I'm gonna rec everyone to watch the first season before it happens. Because
that was that Lifetime show,
so
right?
the one about the reality TV show.
Yeah.
It's really
Yeah.
good. Great. Everyone should watch it. And Galaxy Quest, because it's the best depiction of fans that has ever happened.
Oh, I love Galaxy Quest.
It's such a good movie.
Seriously, I've probably seen it like 40 times. It's just sometimes I'll be like on Netflix and be like, I don't feel like watching anything like specific. I'm just gonna watch Galaxy Quest again.
I actually saw some Galaxy Quest cosplayers at C2E2.
Oh my god,
I was gonna stop and get pictures, but I had my autographed the silk art print in my hands, and I was like, I gotta get this back to the hotel room right now. So I couldn't stop them, but they were pretty good.
That's cool.
That's like, I want to do a Galaxy Quest cosplay so bad.
All right, guys. Tara, recommendations?
Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, like everyone just watch Galaxy Quest.
Yeah, like honestly, I'm annoyed with the 100. I'm like about The Walking Dead right now. iZombie is good. You guys know I don't watch much, but I don't know. Maybe keep an eye out on like MegaCon news. I'm not gonna say why just yet, but MegaCon is in Orlando over Memorial Day, so keep an eye out on that. Maybe think about going. Maybe. They've got a lot of good guests. Haley Atwell's going to be there.
What?
Yeah. So
Fave.
So I guess that's it for me.
Erin?
Well, two of my favorite shows come back. Yay. Outlander returns on April 9th for season 2. And Orphan Black returns on April 14th for season 4. And Vaughn, you wrote a quick news article the other day that they are actually going to premiere After the Black, which is an After Orphan Black show, like a talk show, kind of like The Talking Dead, and it's all about Orphan Black, so that'll be really cool.
Cool. Awesome. Finally, our question, which I've written. I don't know why I keep writing these questions, but I think I should be allowed. But in honor of Batman versus Superman, I thought I would ask which superheroes you would like to see fight each other.
I don't really.
We can expand it beyond
so.
superheroes. Like, which two characters would you like to see fight each other?
Spider-Man and Daredevil.
If by
would
fighting
would Daredevil be able to sense Spider-Man doing his web sling? I want to know.
That is an interesting question.
Yeah, that's I want to see Spider-Man and Daredevil. I want to see how they would depict that, because I want to see if Daredevil could predict, for like whatever that Spider-Man had just done a web sling and dodge it.
Hey, that's a really smart answer to a question that was stupid.
Yeah, that was good.
I don't know why. I don't know. I think it's because I just dressed up as Spider-Gwen at C2E2 and I've been watching Daredevil.
Yeah,
like,
no, that's
where
fair,
that came
but
from.
that's really,
Now I want to see it happen.
Yeah, no, that's really. Marvel, answer this question. You're making all of them fight anyway, so why not? Why not?
Yeah.
I don't know who I would see fight, to be perfectly honest. I like them not fighting. I have a lot of superheroes that I'd like to see make out with each other.
Yeah.
Which is kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
I don't
have an answer. I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Well,
I'd like to see Lexa fight someone, because then she would be alive.
Yeah. I mean, we're already getting like the whole Civil War thing where we're seeing.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen? I don't want to make this go too much over, but have you seen the picture where it's like the 6 or 7 or 8 of them, or however many there are, like clashing in like an empty parking lot, and like, what the hell is this? And then like compare it to the comic book where it's like just covered in X-Men and superheroes, and it's like, oh, it really sucks you guys don't have control of the X-Men yet.
It's kind of hilarious, because it's like it's supposed to be this epic moment, and it's just like 5 people having like a brawl.
I retweeted
why would they like I don't know if in the movie they're gonna have like that pullback shot where it shows it, but like I know that if they do, I'm just gonna laugh when it happens.
They do have that shot.
Oh god.
No, yeah, Civil War is silly. I'm hyped about it, but I recognize it's silly. It was silly when it was the comic books, man. It's even sillier in the movies.
Yeah. I still don't have anything. Sorry.
You still don't have anything. I'd like to see Erin fight.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure who. I don't know.
Oh, who do you want to see me fight?
I don't know.
I am very quick with the punching. I've taken
very quick with the punching.
Yeah.
So someone that can get punched.
I row, so I have a decent amount of upper body strength, especially for a woman, and I've taken like some self-defense courses, so I know a little bit of blocking, but I also am very good at reading people and getting through their blocks. So.
Wow. Well, I know that I would not want to fight you.
I wouldn't want to fight anybody nice. I'm talking about like a bad guy, or if like my life was threatened.
My fighting technique would involve like lying on the floor and crying. Sorry guys, we've gone over a lot, so we should move on.
All right.
All right.
Um,
I'll shut this down right now. I'm Erin. I'm here with Tara and Vaughn. Thanks again for joining us for our March feelings with the Geekiary. Remember, we're a free webcast run off of donations from viewers like you, and we love you. See you next month. Bye.
bye.